Hi everybody, welcome to A Crow's Call Tarot. This is Melody. This video is for the star sign of Sagittarius for this week of May 11th through May 17th. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with, this is the numerology oracle cards, and get an overall energy for you Sagittarius. So we have teaching and learning. So this is purple, and then the merkaba on the card is like a teal color. That teal is between your throat and your heart chakra. All right. So we got the teaching and learning card for you, Sagittarius. So it's a number 57, which adds up to a 12, which actually adds up to a 3. So I kind of feel like you're coming into alignment with something within your life on a spiritual level. I kind of feel like you have learned you've learned all your lessons, and now it's time for you to take those lessons and teach them to the collective, is what I feel. And that's what that card is all about. It's about the lessons you have learned and the knowledge that you have learned through these lessons, regardless of what they are about. And now it's time to come into alignment with them lessons that you've learned. I feel like you've been tested a lot on an emotional level, on a spiritual level. And with that middle chakra between the throat and the heart coming out, it's like I kind of feel like you have been afraid to express feelings. That is what's just coming through. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna tap into the Witch's Tarot this week and dig a little bit deeper into these overall energies for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I kind of feel like you're stubborn. These cards give me a hard time. So I kind of feel like there's a lot of stubborn energy coming through. Alright, so we have the moon card coming out. So I kind of feel like the moon we just had and the full moon in Scorpio. We have the Magician and we have the Emperor. Alright. So, again, I do feel a stubborn energy coming through here, but I kind of feel like with the moon card coming in, this moon card, I kind of feel like I want to say has, I feel like it has brought these lessons to the surface, because I kind of feel like you actually didn't. Before this week, I kind of feel like you just couldn't get it. And I kind of feel like the full moon that we just had in Scorpio brought these lessons to the surface. And now this is a tool that you had gained within your energy through the lessons, through that dark energy. Okay? It's a tool that you have gained that you are using to manifest. All right? And if you look, you got a feminine, a masculine, and a masculine. All right. So I kind of feel like it's a lesson you had to learn. I feel like it has something to do, again, with your emotions. I kind of feel like you were a bit stubborn about moving forward on an emotional level. What's happened is that moon brought all them emotions to the surface, okay? Brought all that stubborn energy, all the lessons that you've had to learn on an emotional level, all the lessons that you've had to learn on a spiritual level. Anything that was in the darkness, the moon illuminated for you within them emotions. And because of that illumination, You have learned something through that moon. I kind of feel like it happened through the dream state, is what I want to say. Kind of feel like the dream state connected perhaps you and another individual. Maybe you guys are meeting on the higher realms. But I just feel like that moon's energy, I feel like there was a bit of confusion in that dark energy as well. So anything that was hidden in your darkness was brought to the surface so that you can confront it, is what I feel. And that is where that learning of that lesson come in. I kind of feel like you had to learn something on an emotional level. And that moon brought that darkness to the surface so that you could learn that lesson. And because of you learning these lessons, that gave you another tool in your manifestation toolbox within yourself. And now with the Emperor coming through, okay, because look, the Emperor is looking right over at that Magician. You are realizing that you actually had that tool all along within yourself. All right, and now you're going to take that tool and you are going to use it to your advantage. You are going to use that tool and you're going to teach your soul family about all the lessons that you've had to overcome, about all the lessons that it took you to move forward from. I kind of feel like there was a strong lesson on an emotional level with the Knight of Cups here. All right, and here you are bringing this cup towards, taking that cup, that self-esteem, that self-love, and you are taking that and you're using it, and you're taking charge of your life. You're standing on, with the number 4, you're standing on a more stable ground in what you want to create, I feel. I kind of feel like you're taking responsibility for anything that come up in the darkness, and you're taking charge of that. You're taking charge of how you manifest things within your life, is what I feel. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and put these cards up here and see what else wants to come out. All right, so we're going to tap into the mental body, the emotional body, and the spirit. All right, so let's go with the mental body first for Sagittarius. I feel like the moon illuminated that tool. Like you're like, well, I don't have what it takes, and the moon illuminated it for you and said, oh, but yes, you do. You've learned your lessons. You had to go. I kind of feel like you went through a test phase. So, in the mental body, my ability to support myself in the outer world is a reflection of my mental, emotional, and spiritual consciousness. Exactly. The ability to support myself in my outer world as the divine masculine is a reflection with that moon's energy reflecting back to me my mental, emotional, and spiritual consciousness. Exactly. And how you use them tools as the Magician. Oh man, that's beautiful, Sagittarius. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can put this up here. These cards don't want to stand up that well. All right, so what's going on in the heart space for you, Sagittarius? Well, virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Exactly. You're taking responsibility of that, all right? and you are acknowledging your loving spiritual attributes, your spirit through that spiritual consciousness, because the moon reflected that back to you. It gave you that tool, is what I feel. The moon showed you that tool that you have within you by reflecting that back to you, is what I feel. And now it's like you're standing up and taking responsibility of that, Sagittarius, and you have learned the lessons, and the lessons that you have learned you have utilized that, and now you have that in your toolbox to be able to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. And because of that, you're acknowledging the virtue that you have in your heart. All right, so let's go ahead and pull what's going on a soul level for you, Sagittarius. What's going on a soul level for Sagittarius? Ah, yeah. Thief, trickster, hustler, and the spirit of the jester and spirit of the tower. So on a soul level, you had a shift from the spirit of the jester, where you were a trickster or maybe a hustler, into making that change on a soul level, because the moon reflected this energy back to you, this jester energy back to you, and it caused you to shift on a soul level because of this reflection back to you. Now the spirit of the tower is causing some big changes. I kind of feel like the moon, I want to say that it was a surprise, but I don't feel that it was. I just feel like it's a major shift on a soul level from where you were that spirit of the jester and not really serious about anything. It's like I kind of want to say a hustler or a player energy. You're moving on from that because, again, the moon reflected that back to you and how you were using the tools that you had within you. Okay. And because of that, it's shifting. I feel like it shifted your heart space, because we do have the Knight of Cups. It shifted your heart space. You are acknowledging through your heart space the attributes of this spirit of the jester. It may catch you by surprise, but I feel like it's more on a learning level than a teaching level. But I do feel with the Emperor coming out that you have that capability of standing up and taking that leadership role and teaching other people in the collective how you had to go through this process, is what I feel. So who is guiding you this week? Who is with you this week, Sagittarius? Holy Amethyst. Divine alchemy. You move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. Alchemy, the magician, holy amethyst. So I recommend the amethyst is about, it works with your third eye. So you may want to grab yourself a piece of that amethyst, Sagittarius. So you're moving beyond the challenges of the lessons that you've had to learn, and you're focusing on what your heart desires, what your soul desires. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. So what crystal do you recommend, Spirit, for Sagittarius this week? What crystal do you recommend for Sagittarius this week? Pedalite. Communication, high vibration, and spirituality. Throat, third eye, and crown chakra. So this will help you with communication. It'll also help you raise your vibration and spirituality. It'll help you with that holy amethyst. All right. I feel like the holy amethyst is bringing this pedalite in for you. She's the one who's carrying this in, and the key word is I am centered. It'll help to keep you centered, help you, and with the three, that blowing down the three, coming into alignment with your gifts, with who you are, with communication. Definitely with communication. Throat chakra coming through. All right, Sagittarius. So those are your messages this week. Thank you for watching, and blessed be.